Hey everybody, welcome back to another 10-minute Marvel video. I'm Petter, and today we're addressing the rumor that Marvel has a Silver Surfer project in the pipelines. And this is a rumor that has come up before, but I wanted to tackle it because there's more details to it now. And I think maybe an idea of how this could work. So, Matt Shakman, who is doing Fantastic Four First Steps, is rumored to be the producer on this Silver Surfer project. Now, it's still just a project, but one of the previous rumors, I don't want to say this rumor is almost a year old at this point, was that the project could be a special presentation. And I think there's enough clues to put together that make it at least a coin flip that a special presentation is happening. I'm not going to say the odds are better than that because honestly, everything's still just a rumor at this point. But let's talk kind of about the evidence for this and why a special presentation I think could be likely. So, like I said, original rumor was a Silver Surfer special presentation. When they were talking about more potential special presentations, or at least rumors are coming out about them, Silver Surfer is one that popped up. Now, I think there's a few other things that point towards this potentially being a special presentation. Brad Winderbaum on, I believe it was the Marvel's own podcast, was talking about how there were special presentations in the work and one sooner than you may think. Now, what does that mean? How soon could that be? We'll have to talk about that. But looking at how Marvel has done these before, I can kind of understand possibly what he might mean. In fact, I think we talked about this on the 10-Minute Marvel podcast as well. And that's that the holiday special for Guardians of the Galaxy for the Guardians of the Galaxy was filmed at the same time as Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. What's filming currently? Fantastic Four. So, we have Matt Shakman set to produce. He's working on the Fantastic Four. We have the Fantastic Four crew, people, ready, and they're working with Marvel right now. It makes sense for Marvel, unless it's totally detached from a project, like Werewolf by Night was, to not try and rebook everybody. Sure, you might not need everyone to show back up, especially if you have it focus on Norrin Radd in, say, Earth 616. But if you're going to have Shia LaBeouf in there as well, who Julia Garner is supposed to be playing, she's going to be there for filming. If you're going to have any of the Fantastic Four there, they're going to be there for filming. And with the likes of Pedro Pascal and Vanessa Kirby, even Jonathan Quinn and Evan Moss-Bacharach, though less so for them, getting them on a schedule is going to be hard. So it would make sense that Marvel would double dip. They would say, all right, we already have you here, so instead of trying to film something again later, we're going to film it now. And it would just add a few days, maybe a week, to filming, but it's already in a chunk of time that Marvel potentially has blocked off, where they're saying, hey, we may need you for reshoots anyways. We don't know precisely how long this shoot is going to take as is, so let's just pad it a little bit extra to shoot a Silver Surfer special. So, one question, and honestly it's a big question, is what would a Silver Surfer special be about? Would it be about the Surfer becoming a herald of Galactus? Would it be about the Silver Surfer's life prior and leading into becoming a herald of Galactus? And I guess probably a final question would be, does this come out before the Fantastic Four? Does it come out before Fantastic Four First Steps? I think I can answer, or at least speculate on that one, maybe a little bit more so. If it's going to be a Norrin Radd, and it's not going to be Shia LaBeouf, that I think it may come out after. I think it's going to come out after, and it's going to be set in 616. People are going to have the familiarity of Herald of Galactus, how that works, and so we're going to get kind of that origin story feeling for this, where it's about Norrin Radd, but it also about his journey to become the Surfer and to become the Herald, and kind of what that has done to him, but why he was doing it in the first place. I think that could be an interesting story. I like the idea of having a different Herald of Galactus. So it's setting up that, yes, Galactus is in the MCU's universe, and you don't have to take Shia LaBeouf across universes. Now, there's, of course, other things that they could do as well. They can make it about a variety of the Heralds of Galactus, or they can make it about how the Surfer leaves being a Herald of Galactus as well. I think any of those could be an interesting story, but I'd lean towards it being an origin, something that they look at it and go, we can address that here, now, versus trying to fit it into a future movie. Because if they want to explain what's going on in the MCU, I think it makes sense, and I think people will watch it as well, because people like the Silver Surfer. So, would you be excited for a Silver Surfer special presentation? Let me know that down in the comment section below. And is there a story arc idea that you would have for how this special presentation would work? Because I think we've seen two very different things thus far with kind of the contained story. I mean, both were contained stories, but one was a lighthearted holiday special, and the other one, I mean, kind of a holiday special again for Halloween, but very self-contained, its own characters, ones that we're not familiar with. I think this one would lean towards the Guardians of the Galaxy style, where this is going to be a character we continue to see going forward. But yeah, let me know your thoughts on that. And if you enjoy this content, please consider subscribing to the channel and giving this video a thumbs up. We really appreciate everybody who is watching. And if you want to dive into some more of the conversation that we've had on this and the other rumor and news topics that we cover here, check out the 10-Minute Marvel podcast. You can find it here on YouTube by clicking on the channel and then the podcast tab, or you can find it wherever you get your friendly neighborhood podcasts from. But with that, we'll see you next time.